Yay! I found Will. No. I've got this bad feeling that this is gonna... every other drawing I'm gonna like or hate, I have this feeling. I can feel it. Maybe because it's happening. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I drew Dustin. I liked it. I drew Mike. Wasn't a fan. I drew Lucas. Loved it. Now I'm drawing Will. And, oh boy. I think it's just... I really have a hard time getting him to look right. I don't know what it is. I tried to... Because his eyes, they're really really protrude from his face. He's got very big eyes. So I thought, hey, I should be able to get him to look semi like Will, right? And, I guess it looks a little bit like Will. But it's not what I was looking for. Oh, dang, I feel like I really missed an opportunity. But when you do a video every day, you don't really have time to do it again. So this is what we got. Gonna show it to you, even if it breaks my heart. Here we go. So here I am sketching out his eyes. I don't know what was wrong with the lighting in this. I feel like I need to play with the settings, but it kept washing out the paper, and you can't see the sketch. But once I start inking, you don't really have that problem. So it shouldn't be that long until that's over with. I think right now it actually looks a lot like Will Byers. Actually, it looks a little, well, yeah, I think it looks a lot like him right now. I don't know what it is when you transfer a sketch to ink, that it just loses something. It loses some of its character, its little oomph that makes it what it is. But, hey, that's why it's called Inktober, because it's hard, okay? Now I am, I outlined him in a very bold color, which is what I tried to do with Dustin, and it didn't really work out. So I decided to give it another shot, and I used a really thick pen to outline him, and then used a very, very thin micron pen to do all the little details, like his hair. And I think this is the first part where I really messed up, was that his hair is way too voluminous and needs to lay against his forehead, but instead I got a little bit crazy with it and I made his bangs poof up. You see how it looks like there's sort of a corn of the cob underneath his bangs, so it's really voluminous. Yeah, that was the first mistake. I think the rest of his hair looks alright, but that's where it went wrong. I like the way his shirt and his what's that called? His vest. Yeah, vest. I like the way his shirt and his vest turn out. I think that turned out really, really well, and I think it really helps it look like him, even if his face is a little off. The outfit just really captures it. I actually put a paper underneath so that I could put a really dark background, because, he's in the upside down, and it's scary, man. So I decided to make the background really, really dark, and I really like the way this turned out, because he really pops, and he's all white, so it's he doesn't really fit in with the background, because maybe he doesn't. And I was going to use a white gel pen and draw trees, white trees, but there just wasn't really space with the size of the card and the fact that I'd already written Will in white, so I had to leave that behind. But I think that would have turned out pretty cool if I had done a bigger drawing, so maybe next time. And next I just colored in his hair, and I used a much lighter color than the background because I don't want it to blend in now, because that would not look very good, because you need some contrast, especially when you're working with grayscale markers. Contrast is very, very important, or it'll just all mush together, and that's not fun. Nothing likes mush. Who likes mushy things? Oatmeal can be fun sometimes, I suppose, but it's still mushy, and it's not my all-time favorite breakfast food, so I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh, I'm coloring in his shirt. There it is. And I also added plaid, so I used a pen and drew in all the plaid stripes on his shirt, because he wears plaid. And that's why. And I also, so basically whenever I draw plaid, I used to have a lot of trouble with plaid, but basically what you do is you do two parallel strokes, then you have a space that's about the same size as those two parallel strokes, and then you do two more parallel strokes and you continue along, and then you turn the paper 90 degrees and do it again. And that's how I do plaid. So it turned out, so I can't complain. And then I also colored his eyebrows, and yeah, Basically, with his skin, I tried not to shade it too much because he is a very pale person, but I also wanted to show a little bit of dimension. So I definitely colored in his lips and colored in his hair a little darker because that wasn't working out as well as I wanted it to. But this is basically it. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle to draw Will. And, are you guys keeping up with Inktober? How are you guys doing? I'm sort of getting there. Yeah, so one more day and I've completed the first week. I'm not doing the weekend, so don't expect anything on the weekend. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a very delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!